Hello everyone, this is Ms. Julia, the Youth Services Librarian here at the Collierville Birch Library, here to bring you another virtual Crafternoon. Today we're going to be working with Pointillism, which is a type of art style that uses many points. So you can see here I decided to use a bunch of dots and points to make these lovely flowers. So this is a very easy one. For this craft, you're going to be needing construction paper. You saw in my example I used white construction paper. This time I'm going to try and use black. See how well that works. In addition, you're going to be needing a paintbrush, some paint of course. You can use a plate or a strip of aluminum foil, just something to put your paints on, some cotton swabs, and optionally you can also get a rubber band that I can show you what we're going to do with later. So to begin with, we're going to put our paint onto the plate. So I'm going to make sure it's nice and mixed together. You don't want the oil and paint separating. So I'm using acrylic paint. It's my preferred medium. You are welcome to use tempera paint or whatever sort of paint you have on hand. I do believe there's also recipes online that you can make your own paint. So those are all options for you. So I'm just putting my paint on the plate, and since I am using black paper, I'm trying to use brighter or lighter colors so it'll show up on the black better. Last one. Alright, so of course to begin with our plants we need some stems. So we're going to take our paintbrush, we're going to dip it in our stem color. Now most stems are green. If you want to have much more colorful garden, you're welcome to use whatever color you want for your stems. And we're just going to start streaking some lines onto the paper. Some can be short, some can be long. You want all different sizes. And I might go over these again just to make sure it's visible. And once you have it complete, I'll show you the next step. In the meantime, I'm going to jump ahead. There we go. So you might have noticed during that little speed up that I went over some of the stems more just to make them stand out, and I did some little strokes down here just to kind of make it look like grass. So we'll have our plant stems and then some grass. So next, of course, we'll need the flowers to our flowers. So you're going to grab a cotton swab and you're going to dip it into the color of your choice, and you're just going to start doing dots around whatever plant you want to start off with. So I'm doing more of like a cone shape around the stem. You're welcome to do whatever sort of flower type that you want. Some flowers are more like balls. Some have more of like those curves to it. Whatever you prefer. I just find the sort of cone flower looks the best with the Pointillism style. Now, of course, if you don't want to do one dot at a time and you want to do a lot of dots at once, you can actually grab a group of Q-tips or cotton swabs, kind of line them all up, just like that, and wrap them in a rubber band, like so. That way you have a grouping of them. Beautiful. And then what you can do is you can dip it in your paint and kind of tap it off to the side, otherwise you'll end up getting a lot of smudges. So the idea is to get all the lovely Q-tips, a little bit of paint rather than a big glop in the middle. So once you have your Q-tips all set up, you can start painting on the paper. So you can see I did a lot of dots at once. It might make it go a little bit faster if you want to go this route. So I'm going to finish up my flowers and show you what it looks like at the end. There we go. So you have this lovely garden. You can give this to your mom on Mother's Day, which is on Sunday, or you can just hang it up in your room for a little bit of spring color as we are all inside for the time being. Of course, with the Pointillism style, you don't just have to do flowers like I showed you. You can also try and do other art pieces. For instance, I tried recreating Van Gogh's Starry Night in the Pointillism style. So I had a lot of fun with this one. So maybe you can do some research on famous paintings and see if you can make them up with a bunch of dots. It's a lot of fun to try and figure out how to do like the swirls and the buildings with nothing but dots. It'll take longer, of course, since you're just doing one dot at a time, but it's a lot of fun and you get some really nice results in the end. Other than that, that is it for today's Crafternoon. I hope you all stay safe, stay healthy, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye!